experience on where to stay when you're in Tuxtla Gutierrez. I'll provide you the info, and then you guys can use that info to decide where you guys want to stay when you arrive in Tuxtla Gutierrez, Mexico. So if you Google, so first on high level, I just want to show you guys the city Tuxtla, what it looks like on Google Maps. If there's one activity that I recommend for you guys to do when you're in the city is to visit Parque Nacional Canyon del Sumidero. So Canyon Sumidero is where I would recommend for you guys to check out. It's a 15-minute drive from the city. It's very cheap, easily accessible. It's not far away. It's a fairly short drive. You can get the tour done in the morning and still have time in the evening to do other things. It's the tour itself is a relaxing, enjoyable boat ride through the Sumidero Canyon, and you have winds blowing against your hair. You're taking in this amazing natural wonder on Earth that looks like a scene from King Kong Island or a scene from that animated movie Avatar. And then for the price, you can expect to pay 300 to 500 pesos, which is in Canadian between $20 to $30 Canadian for the trip there and back, and that includes admission. If we zoom into the city, Tuxtla Gutierrez, there's 3 potential zones that you can stay at. So let's cover the 3 zones that I highlighted. First is the one in red. This one is Carr Internaccional. It's more modern and new, as well as higher price. But on the other side of the highway, where I put this X, is a very based on the local. I haven't been there personally myself, but based from talking to locals, it's an area that you should avoid. It's very high risk and potentially dangerous on this other side of the highway. So in this red box is a nice modern upscale area, but across from the highway is a very stark contrast, very high poverty, very sketchy area based on what the locals told me. I didn't go there personally myself because the locals told me not to go there, but that's how the locals described it to me. So in this red area, you have access to 2 giant malls and the supermarket Super Tetrawi. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there. So this blue icon with the what do you call it? The shopping cart is Super Tetrawi. You also have access to Walmart here as well. So in this red zone, you're on kind of the edge of the city, and it's hard to access other parts of the city. Stay here if you want immediate access to shopping and groceries within a close walking distance, and you're not looking to walk further outside of this area. Moving over to our middle circle highlighted zone, this is Centro. Essentially the downtown of Tuxtla Gutierrez. Here you have access to tour companies around Parque de la Marimba. You have access to diverse restaurants and street food, access to a popular public gathering space called Parque de la Marimba, and you have close proximity to OXXO stores. In Centro, it's very concentrated and lively. You're able to meet locals. And then moving over to our blue area, our blue highlighted zone. This is Belisario, Dominquez. Here you have access to plazas. So there's this plaza that I'm hovering with my cursor over here. So here is this plaza. You can get there either 5-minute drive or a 20-minute walk. You're also closer to the Adio bus terminal, which I've circled up here. Here it's a 7-minute drive from this blue zone. You also have access to Plaza Crystal Mall, which is this blue circle I've highlighted in the the left bottom corner. You also have access to OXXOs that are lined up along this yellow colored highway. You have access to Starbucks. I think you can see the description here. I've also circled it brown, Starbucks. So you can have reliable Wi-Fi and you know, a second alternative working space if the hotel's Wi-Fi doesn't work. And in this blue area, you're a 10-minute drive from Centro, so it's not too far. There is Uber in Tuxtla Gutierrez, so that was my main way of getting around Tuxtla. So I found myself using Uber if I did want to reach Centro. In the blue zone, however, the street is spread out, but you can still meet locals, for example, in gathering points like Plaza Crystal Mall, or you know, if you visit Starbucks, locals sometimes would hang out there. So this brings us to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you guys found this video helpful, consider giving it a like. You want to stay tuned for future videos that might be useful, consider subscribing, and share the video if you know anyone who might be visiting Tuxtla Gutierrez. And then you can also share any tips or advice or anything you know about Tuxtla Gutierrez that might be helpful to other travelers and myself. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.